forget numbers. Like when you think of, is he a visitor? Is Eminem a visitor?
I was when you guys were just talking, I was just thinking about it. Honestly, I feel like it obviously depends on who we accept into the culture and who does a good job of portraying it. But like how you said, he brought a new awareness to the opioid situation. He wrapped his truth in the things that he saw as well, but he took and understood the culture for what it was, and he paid his respects. So I don't believe he's necessarily a visitor. Um, that's like someone coming to your crib and you showing them, the ins and outs of how you live, and they leave and then they go and tell the whole world your story. I feel like then I can deem you a visitor. But if you go out in the world and you're inspired by what you see and how the hardships and how we've lived and what we had to navigate, and you have had to navigate the same things, then I don't really deem you a visitor for real. I feel like
Mm,
you're in it.
mm.
Okay. I mean that. All right. Okay. I understand that. I could definitely. I could see that. So when you say that right now, you brought something to my attention. When I think about. You see how we have this whole conversation about Eminem and whether he was a visitor and this and that, even though he came up in the culture. So I got to bring this question out to you. As I start with you, is Drake a visitor in hip hop?
Oh,
Mm, man, oh man.
oh,
You
Only
know,
because of no, because of the examples that we gave.
right,
We
right,
talking
right,
about accepted or whether you lived the
right,
culture that you're rapping about, whether
right.
somebody is writing your lyrics, like it all matters. Because
oh.
because I when I say that Proof passed and then Eminem music changed, right? But
Right.
Nigel brought up a good point. Like he went into rehab. Like yo, you become a different person. You're sober. Like your writing style could change, or did it change because it had
Mm,
to change because
Mm.
somebody was writing your stuff? And that's neither here nor there. But it's out there. So the same thing could be said for Drake. Like Drake make hits. It's not it's not even a question whether he makes
mm-hmm.
hits. So he's celebrated in the culture. He's very mainstream. Came from the television side, you know, was introduced to music. So he had all type of setups available to him. Started out, first of all, he got the correct backing, Jewish
Right,
ancestry on one side. He's light skinned black, you're
right.
Canadian. I guess you would be deemed handsome, right? So you got all of this. You sing. He be singing ballads and shit, so
Right.
he raps. So he
he
tried. But all right, he tries. I'm
he's
not
gotten better
calling
over
him.
time.
I mean, he's gotten better over time. I'm not trying to say like he can be an R&B singer, you know what I'm saying? But he tries. Well, yeah. So all of that combined, and the fact that he didn't grow up in that culture, right? So because that's the main thing. Did you grow up?
Mm.
It's in hip hop culture. I don't know. I would say no, but being that you make hits, but if
Mm-hmm.
somebody's writing your stuff, can because the same thing we're saying about Eminem, maybe they're writing. Now it's been proven that people wrote for Drake. He said that himself in the Rolling Stone magazines. Look,
Right.
I collaborated with people, blah blah blah. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But in hip hop, you're supposed to be expressing your point of view.